Alright, is that better? We have some sound now, at least, perhaps? Good lord. I am so sorry. Everything was green on my end, but I wasn't getting any of the bouncing feedback. Alright, well, thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry about that. That is awkward. Check in with Salisbury. Current lap leader, up a quarter of a second on his top lap. Well, since we didn't get to hear a lot of the stuff at the beginning, I guess I can say it all over again, which is awesome. Thanks for joining us. I'm Doug, obviously new to the streaming game. This is the GT3 Rookie Series. This is week 5. We are at Brands Hatch. This is one of my all-time favorite tracks. If you're looking at the overhead, it doesn't seem like it would be a super difficult or technical track, but with all the elevation changes, especially going in and out of the turns, it definitely, see, just like that, you get your car unsettled, make a step outside, and French fry instead of pizza, you're gonna have a bad day. So, yeah. Checking with Nick Sarantino. Currently in 7th in the Mustang. Respectable 125.6. A little outside. Not gonna help. Go to Julian. Currently in 3rd, trying to improve on his lap. Has to back out of it. Catching up. Checking with Mr. Wood, also in the Stang. Lost a little time trying to make it back up. Currently sitting in 4th. Again, coming up on some traffic. Not gonna help his time. Currently looking at Mr. Biddulph, sitting in 10th place. Up on the Hawthorne Bend. Able to make up a little bit of time there. If you can keep it in the lines. And improve, make up a few places. For those of you not familiar, Brands Hatch is located in West Kingsdown, Kent, England. It is 3.916 kilometers. That's 2.4 miles for the Americans here. Do a little ride along with Biddulph, see if we can improve on that. Down Hillwoods Hill into Druids. Big 180. Come to a downhand left turn into Graham Hill Bend. Straight up into Surtees, little uphand left, long swooping left. He's also coming up on some traffic. Hawthorne's Bend's an interesting corner. It's definitely a place where some people choose to just let off. Some people need to use a little brake. I think it all depends on setup, car. Got a car facing the opposite direction. It's not going to help. A little squirrely in front of him. He's going to be able to use him as a draft coming up the last, but it's not going to be able to improve on the last lap. So check in with Casaboon. About a 10th up. Losing a little bit of that around Dingledell. Also having to deal with somebody off track. Time to back out, create a little bit of space. Back in with Mr. Cook. Currently, as it stands, we've got Mr. Salisbury in first, Casaboon in second, Elliott in third, Cortez in fourth, and Hudson in fifth. Everybody trying to make up a few spots their last few laps here. Mr. Cook currently almost a second up. That would currently boost him all the way up into the 16th spot, right ahead of Jacobs. There he is, up in 16th. Salisbury's still your leader with the 124.5. Casaboon, the 124.7. 6, just a couple tenths off the pace. Mr. Cubbage asking the crowd how everybody's doing today. Turn 2, as you see, Julian chasing Casaboon, trying to use him to make up a little time. It's a tight corner, but there's definitely going to be some spots made up there. Definitely a lot of time as well. Casaboon currently carrying enough speed to take that top spot if he can hold on to it. Maybe even give himself a little bit of a cushion. Not sure what happened there with the camera view. He's taking those extremely well. Unless something catastrophic happens here in this last turn, he's definitely going to have enough to make that up. And there's your new leader, folks. Casaboon, Salisbury currently almost 2 seconds up on his last lap. Not gonna have a chance to make that up. Tonkin in fourth. Was up on his lap. Scrubbed a little bit of time there, coming downhill into that left. The Graham Hill Bend is going to be a huge hurdle for a lot of drivers today, especially in the Am League, learning the braking points, getting tires set up properly. It's going to be an area where you're going to see a lot of accidental spins, whether in traffic or not. Check in with Elliott, currently in third place. Was running well, lost a little A little bit coming into turn 2. Not making it back up either. We'll go back down to 7th place currently. Westerhoff. About a 10th up on his last lap. Even if he does improve, unless he gets up about where he's currently at, actually. Although Cortez, who he was trying to improve upon, also was up on his lap until just a second ago. If he can stay 2.5 tenths up, I don't think he's gonna have enough to swap just a little bit closer. 2 1,000ths of a second off of 6th place there, being on the 3rd row. That's not going to make anybody happy. Let's go down to 18th spot. Jacobs. Rocking that Ferrari. Oh, I love that. Red, white, and yellow livery. See if we can get a better look at that. Oh, yeah. there's logo. Sexy, sexy, sexy. Cook, 32 seconds up on his, I don't know, he found a good corner to cut there. I'm not sure what's going on with the times there. Ninja, this is the Noobs R Us League. Check us out on the Sim Grid. There are quite a few different active leagues always running. We've got the GT3 League on Tuesday nights. Practice server resets and everything opens at 7:30. Races and qualifying starts at 8:30. Variation of races throughout the season. That's Tuesday nights. On Thursday nights, you've got the GT4 series with the Noobs R Us League. They also are doing an SRO qualifying league that's still taking place. I think week 5 also started this Sunday. Week 6 coming up next Sunday, so check that out also. We're just a league of noobs. We started out as rookies, trying to make our way up. Yeah, this is the league for rookies, bro. You look no further, fella. You found it. We have a pro split and an am split. We're currently watching the amateur split right now. So if you want to match up your times with, some of the similar stuff that you're seeing right now across screen, I'll give you an opportunity. Check in with Jay Almeida. If you find yourself being a little bit quicker than some of the average times that you're seeing on this league, there is a pro split as well that you can sign up for in both leagues. So you've got options. There are some folks that have just recently ended up grabbing a wheel and jumping into the league. You're going to encounter that quite a bit. There are also some folks that have quite a bit of experience. The Noobs R Us Racing team has a plethora of different levels that you can join depending on your skill level and desire to be involved. So if you're interested in checking that out, we will I'll find actually here, send this link over to you. $150 hours? Yeah, that's similar to where I would say my group started. There's the Hot Boys Racing that we'll see the next half hour for the next race. Some of the pro racers, we started the amateur league last year, or a few seasons ago, excuse me. But time-wise, about, I'd say 6-8 months ago. A few seasons, again, they're all 6 weeks long, and maybe 2-3 weeks in between. And so there's opportunities, pretty much at any level with any type of car you want to drive, and as often as you're interested in, getting available. So, and there you have it, folks. That's going to end race 1. You've got Casa Boone, Salisbury, Elliott, Tonkin, Julian, Cortez. Rounding out your top 6. Well done, fellas. Yeah, basic Logitech 29. Same. That's what we all kind of popped in with. There are some guys that have much more advanced setups. Give me just a second. I'm going to swap over to the Pro League. While I'm doing that, I'm going to give everybody an opportunity to check out the race calendar just to give you an idea where we're at. Show you what's going on. Can you still hear me? Yep. All right, we're still good. So yeah, as you can see on the calendar, we're currently in week 5 at Brands Hatch. You can still sign up if you're interested. There is going to be a little bit of variation for week 6. I believe it is a 90-minute race. So I'm not exactly sure how we're going to stream that. We may flip-flop back and forth a couple times, or may just pick a set, depending on how many people. It may just be one or the other. But we'll have options. So I'm going to hop into the Pro Split here.
30 seconds.
Sounds like I got 30 seconds.
20 seconds.
20 seconds.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Plenty of time. All right. So we're joining the Pro Split guys here at Brands Hatch. We did not get to see their qualifying, but we are looking at Schneider, Burr, Menendez, Swanson, Greider. Hell yeah, go Hot Boys. Tony Danzig. That's going to be your top 6, rounding out your front 3. They're going to go single file for their little formation lap. Those tires as hot as possible. Ooh, that Mustang. That maroon and white. Danzig, you know what you're doing with those cars, brother. Swan Sigger down in 7th in the Noobs R Us livery. Beautiful. Still not 100% on the name. Kenya, I'm going to go with. Nicholas, Nathaniel, Nathan, Nick, I forget. Kenya, though. Walker, the old white plate Walker, putting in a top 10 there. Quali, well done, sir. 9th. Hope you did well in the first race. Devin Anthony in 10th. The one and only Jeremy Cubbage in 11th. Gio Ortiz rounding out row 6. Burkhoff and David. Higgins and Casey. Miller in the pits and Casey in the pits. Hope everything's okay. Again, if you're just joining us, I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Doug. I am a member of the Noobs R Us community. Not racing this season. Spectating all my brothers and sisters on wheels. 90 minutes for the last race, and a lot of people were talking about doing a combined last race. I think that would be awesome. Where are we located? We are, to my knowledge, all over the country, world even. Last season, actually last 2 or 3 seasons, Spectator was in China, like our commentator. So, and he was also originally from South Africa and was there for a few weeks commentating. So we've got some people that have joined from all over the world. A lot of UK. There's some early morning and late night is what you'll find a lot in this league. So, all right, guys, we're Brands getting ready to go green. Schneider with the gas pedal. Ninja, where are you located?
Green light, green light.
All right, green light, green light. Bird, Burr with a great jump. Gonna be able to keep it in. Yes, he does. Uh-oh, we got a little bit of action back here. Let's check out what's going on with Mr. Anthony and Mr. Walker. Mr. Miller may have gotten tagged in that incident as well. As soon as we go green. No issues, yeah. Oh, touching the sand, tries to overcorrect. That's not going to be helpful or fun to anyone. Burr, your leader currently, able to stick that pass out, make that work. I don't think Schneider's going to let that go too long. He's going to have something to say about that. Checking Mr. Grider, Hot Boys Racing, currently in 5th spot. And the commentator's curse takes place, and he gives up, ooh, not one but two, Kenya. Well done, sir. Again, turn one, a lot of action. I think we're going to see a lot of action going into turn one tonight. The uphill immediate braking point into a blind apex. Unless you're super familiar with the track. Or if you get a little sleepy or lackadaisical, it is going to cause issues. Good God, guys. Stop letting me switch screens for any reason. Goodness sake. I'm gonna get fired. Portugal. That's awesome, man. Well, depending on time zone and availability, I mean, you would be more than welcome to join. We would love to have you. The more the merrier. It's an extremely friendly league. It's a bilingual league as well. I'm not 100% positive we have any Portuguese speakers, but I know we have a lot of Spanish speakers, so we can connect the dots at minimum. Looking in with the 6th place, Kenya trying to make his way around Danzig. Danzig is not going to make that easy. Schneider, big battle up here for your top 3 with Swanson, Schneider, and Burr, all within about a second and a half of each other. Another big battle down here between 6th through 9th. Everybody trying to make up a little ground. We got Burkhoff back here in 10th currently, trying to get around Gio Ortiz. Gio switched up his livery. That is a pretty car. Burr losing a little bit of time. Schneider and Swanson able to capitalize a little bit, close that gap. So, coming off that slightly turned stretch. Despite that difficulty of that curve to that straight that precedes it, it is one of the track's few overtaking spots. Check down in 13th with Devin Anthony. Trying to make his way around Burkhoff. There are a ton of extremely... Oh, there you go. Anthony able to make that move. Oh, no. Theo may have had an issue there. Everything looks smooth so far. Oh, touches that grass. Oh no. Yep, there you have it. Go back up, take a look at your race for first. Schneider still trying to make his way around Mr. Burr. They come around, I think it's Pilgrim's Drop. Yep, into Hawthorne Bend. Again, with the elevation changes and how important the braking zones are with some of those elevation changes, being off camber, going into, with those different angles. If you do not have your tires set up correctly, you will burn through them extremely fast in this track. If you have them set up a little cool, they don't warm up properly, you are not going to be able to stick to the corners appropriately. So there's a lot of strategy that goes in before you even start the cars on this track. And again, with the overhead view, looking at how simple it looks from that angle, and then when you take an elevation change view and you realize that it looks like a wild ride roller coaster at an amusement park, things get interesting. Let's add water, something like that, to the track, and it's an entirely different story. Grider, again, still sticking with 7th after losing a couple spots there at the beginning. For those of you not familiar with Hot Boys, they are known for their flashy liveries and their even flashier driving. Kind of like, they're kind of like the boy band of the racing world. The last time I was speaking with Chris, he told me that his pit crew actually spends more time on their hair than on their tire changes, but don't be fooled by their good looks. These guys can drive, so. Expect some stylish overtakes from these guys today. Drop down to Devin Anthony, trying to get around David. David's going to make that BMW as wide as possible. Devin takes it a little wide. It's not going to help his case at all. Gives David a chance to take this wide into his own cutback, make a good line. He is going to be able to draft behind him. Oh, forces a mistake. Ouch. Look at that from David's point of view. Oh yeah, just missed his braking point. Let him go. Ooh. Not ideal. Mr. Walker Currently sitting in the pits. We've had a few drop out. Casey's going to be, we're on track. The boost. He's got about 4.5, a little over 4 seconds to catch Mr. Figgins. Grider, not having the best race of his life. Went from 7th down to 16th. Maybe he had some hair gel in his hair, in his eyes. Gio Ortiz, currently a couple seconds behind Mr. Burkhoff. Kenya, our closest race at the moment. Still trying to find a way around. And there it is. Danzig steps off. Lets a couple tires outside. Being nice and really try to push him out there and make any contact. Great pass by Kenya. Let's see if Danzig has an answer. Almeida is still in these races. You are right. He's in the amateur races though, so we just showed him. But he's still in here. Kenyon not exactly gapping Danzig by any means. Danzig's definitely able to stay there, but not able to make up enough ground to make it interesting at the moment. Walker's still stationary. Grider currently in 15th. I'm assuming we've got some damage. Although, if I look at this correctly, he may have just put in the fastest lap. So 1:23.73, getting it done. I mean, almost the full 10th up on Burger leader, so he's maybe no damage putting in the time. Maybe we just missed an incident. Danzig trying to make that move. Kenya just takes that turn so well. Tires are made of glue. Checking back in with your lead pack. Schneider's still trying to make his round. Burr, Swanson not giving up that gap at all. Just patiently waiting for Schneider to make a mistake. Perhaps tire wear to come into play. Did I? What happened? Oh, I missed it. One little mistake. Now Schneider gonna be a race leader. Swanson hoping to capitalize. See something similar happen to him. Schneider showing that Mustang's got some raw power also. Just wild fast. Chasing that dialed in Ferrari. Schneider's no slouch. The snake print money Rari. Grider already making up a couple spots. Now up into 14th. Checking with Swansaker. Down in 8th. Trying to get around the league legend, Jeremy Coverage. Put on that left turn signal, letting him know, hey man, it's all yours. Kenya able to put a little bit of distance between him and Mr. Danzig. Let's check in with 10th spot David Alisay. Again, beautiful livery. He's one of the noobs, RS League's artistes. Always putting in that sexy things. Lizzie, thank you for the subscription to Tier 1. Subscribed for 4 months. Rooting for Tony Danzig for some reason. Joking. Tony's a lovely human being. Mr. Johnson, I don't know if Will qualified or not. Can't steer. Oh, Mr. Walker. That's no fun. All right, we'll check on Mr. Cubbage. Goes off a little there. He's going to lose a little bit of time to Swansaker in front. Danzig and Kenya, Swanson and Snyder, Casey and Ortiz are the only close battles we really have going on right now. For the Pro League, there's quite the gap between the majority of drivers. I mean, we're looking at least, an average, I would say, of 3 seconds. 3 seconds, 3.4, 2.8, 5.8, 4.7, 1.4. Cubbage catching Swansaker a little bit there. 4.1 Anthony behind, 9.4 David behind him, 9.9 Ortiz behind him, and chased by Casey, who's about to make that pass. Let's check in with him. But makes a mistake as soon as I say his name. Doesn't cost him too much. He may have some damage. Be a little rattled. He's had a rough night, so. I'm also realizing there's a very good possibility that I switched over to, yep, we're looking at race 1. We're at the pro race right now. I may have watched qualifying for the amateurs and commentated that. And when that finished, thought that was the end of race 1 and switched over to the pros. So here we are. Oh man, I can't do anything correctly. But we're doing it. Lizzie, how's your night been? How's the family? Ryder's still chasing Casey. Casey's still trying to get around Gio. Schneider, the race leader, all alone. Swanson in second. Burr in third. Menendez in fourth. Ooh, that is another super pretty livery. Oh. Tires in the grass don't make cars go faster. Can ya? Again? Probably join Hot Boys Racing. Mr. Danzig behind him in the dirt again. Not doing himself any favors. But driving a beautiful vehicle. Swansager in the noob's ride. We don't have... Oh. Gio. Nope. We don't have a single battle in the pro race. No one's within a second of the person in front of them. Only 3 people making up their lap. Tire wear is definitely starting to affect some of the speeds. Unfortunately, with only 8 minutes left, I don't really foresee there being enough tire wear to force a big change in the gaps to where it's going to make a lot of difference. Lizzie's back hurts. Welcome to the club, Lizzie. I'm old as shit. My back hurts every day. Christopher Ryder with a drive-through. Sorry, folks. The alcohol's kicking in. Second race is about to be real fun. Lizzie, I'm sorry about your back. It's never fun. Schneider. Congrats on taking that fastest lap away from Grider with the 123.6. Now Grider has nothing to show for this race. Hot Boys Racing is going to be disappointed and he will probably be beaten. That's okay. Well, guys, anybody want to see a ride along with anyone? Anybody want to play tic-tac-toe? Devin Anthony, always up for a good game of tic-tac-toe. Trying to improve on his last lap. I don't think he's got enough time to chase the Drift King down, but if there's a mistake made, anything can happen. All right. Right along with Swanson as it comes around turn 2. And up on the Graham Hill bend. A little dip in the middle of that turn does not make things easy for anybody. Long swooping left-hander. Ready to go with the Pilgrim's drop. Hawthorne spin, fly surrender, little, again, slight lift, maybe a little slight brake, kind of depending on your setup and which car you're in, how they take that turn when it's a little unsettled. Sterling's probably would have liked that to go a little bit smoother, but the final corner, Clark curve, long right-hander. Main focus there is just getting a good exit for that uphill. Turn one's that crucial braking zone, blind apex. Again, this is one of my favorite tracks. I'm jealous of everybody driving. I apologize when I get mesmerized and zone out. We're down to 4 minutes. Should give everybody about 3 laps. Depending on where your race leader's at. We do have a couple of battles now. Anthony's catching up to Cubbage. He's trying to see if he can force an error on Swansaker. These noobs are us guys, you know. Yeah, you really just never know if you're going to get a brilliant overtake or a spectacular spin. Depends on who we're watching. I think their team motto is experience is overrated. This is why we're in a Noobs R Us Rookie League. As seen by some of Danzig's racing lines earlier, it's definitely a unique approach. But their pit stops are legendary. Shout out the Noobs guys for bringing the entertainment. Every race is a new adventure, and who needs consistent lap times when you have unpredictability on your side? So. Go, Cubbage, go. Go, Cubbage, go. Got 2 minutes left. Maybe Swansaker's tires are going. He's getting sleepy. Love train. The love train coming here. Uh-oh. Oh, that might have been the door Cubbage needed. Well, he's not going to have the ideal line, but able to make it around him. Swansaker doesn't press the issue by any inappropriate braking, and the entire pack makes it around. Maybe I'm in his head. I apologize, Tony. I'm saying Lizzie's bad luck charm. That's my guess. Just joking, Lizzie. Beautiful moves there. Let's see if Danzig can make anything happen here. Make up that final spot. I think he's definitely struggling with either. It has to be tires. He's just super squirrely coming through everything. It's some intense oversteer. It's unfortunate. Schneider making his victory lap. 2.2 second gap to Swanson. He's not going to have any issues. Swanson as well. The huge gap to Burr. But even larger gap to Kenya down in fourth. He's being approached on the final lap by Menendez. Swansager also trying to get into the mix. Swansager's not giving that up. And of course, Cubbage into a last lap error.
The leader has finished the race.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. And we got an accident in front. Oh, ice in his veins. Swansager takes over. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to steal that spot from you. Cubbage fades into the distance. Anthony not gonna be able to make it around. Grider currently in your pits. Schneider, number 1. Swanson 2, Burr 3, Kenya 4, Menendez 5, Swansager rounds out your top 6. Well done, guys. We'll pull Schneider, Swanson, and Burr in after for interviews after race 2. While everything is getting set up, I'm going to pull back up the calendar screen. I know I said not to let me do it earlier, but I'm going to do it because I have to, and I'll be right back. We're back. Hello. Sorry about that. I am going to swap back over to the AMs. And we'll continue having a fun evening together. M split. Connect. Right. Well, I did a little backwards tonight. I was planning on streaming the AMS race first after their qualifying. And I confused myself. I thought they finished their first race. So we're here. We're doing it. It's too quiet. What do you want me to say?
20 seconds.
You want me to make up stories? Oh, buddy. 10 seconds. And we're going to drive in the formation that we're going to race in. It's going to be awesome. I'm excited. Are you excited? Cubbage is not excited. Cubbage is pissed. Cubbage hates me. He's not happy with the stream. Noobs deserves better, and he's not wrong. But our commentator is not around right now, so I apologize. You guys get me? Stuck with me for one more week, and then I'm gonna race. You'll only have to listen to me when I get to a podium. And now that I'm in the pro leagues, you'll never have to worry about that happening. So, don't worry about it. Aw, Lizzie, I love you. All right. AMS GT3 Rookie Series. Drinking the beers. Casa Boone is your current race leader. Warming those tires. Salisbury in second. Elliott in third. Tonkin fourth. Julian in fifth. Rounding out your top 3 rows. Red Plate. Doing well, Mr. Westroff. Shit! Showing the calendar again. Guess what we're doing though? We're gonna not show the calendar. We're showing the racing. That's why Jeremy hates me. Because I'm an idiot. And I do things like that. I get it. It's fine. He's not wrong to hate me for that, so. Alright, there's lots of people here. 24 amateur racers tonight. Rounding out your field. Remember, those listening that are driving, races are not won or lost in the first turn. And on this track, not the second turn either. So Julian, giving some space. Smart, smart, smart. Honking in the old Mari Rari.
Green light.
And
Go,
I
go, go.
might make up a spot right here as soon as we start. Oh, 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 oh. Bumping and grinding. Everybody else, though, able to make that work. Well done. Amateur group showing much more restraint than the pros this evening. So, as they approach Pilgrim's drop right here, we're gonna have Salisbury make a move on Casa Boone. Casa Boone says, I don't think so. Oh. Everybody right now, your entire field The top 18 folks are all within a second of the person behind them. This is a wild, wild train. Take a look at Julian in your 4th spot. You can see 3rd and 2nd in front of him, 5th and 6th behind him. Tonkin in 7th. Again, the Rari right in front of, or he is the Rari, excuse me. The BMW in front of him. Sarantino and Hudson chasing him down. Ooh, great view. Oh, storm. There's a door open. Still trying to convince Mr. Johnson to be my wingman. Get in here and commentate with me. He's familiar with the league. I'm sure he has a buttery voice. But he's not showing me any love. You just prefer to critique me in the chat. Just joking, Brad. Love you, buddy. But for real, if you do want to commentate with me, I'd love to have you. Too much action to even watch, honestly. Everything is yellow. Everyone is on everyone's ass. Let's go down and look at your caboose, Mr. Rogers. Trying to make up a gap to McDonald. Right in front of him, Ramona, right on Lindar's butt. R. Tonkin, not S. Tonkin, not to be confused with S. Tonkin, making his way around Ramona there. Let's check in with Mr. Chase Jones. I think this might be Fasha Jones. Makes his way around. Jacob's trying to make up some ground on Mr. Cortez in the Noobs R Us McLaren. Let's go check back up front with your race leader, Mr. Casaboon. Salisbury's still on him with Elliott right behind them. Westeroff not giving that up, made up a few spaces. Oh, nope, excuse me. That's just where he currently sits. Yeah, I think he was in 6th. It's up to 4th, but he's in 12th. I am hitting that, and for some reason, the basic time is not showing up. Actually, none of the HUD things are showing up for me right now. Ascari? Oh, Mr. White Plate Walker. Must not have heard the earlier part. I apologize, but I watched you guys for the first race, and I'm watching the AMs for the second race, so I can't watch Grider. Noel trying to get around Hudson. Oh, a little bit of contact, but nothing too serious. Sticks with the outside line. Noel making that work. Hudson, well done, giving him that room. A lot of action going on right here in this pack. Wish this helicopter would fly 1,000 feet above instead of 300 feet above the track. It'd be awesome if I could see more of the goddamn track, but here we are, folks. This is how much of the track I can see. There you go. Helicopter. Get away. Action, action, action. Hudson too wide. Gonna lose some spots there. He's way too fast to be making those mistakes, folks. Back up front. Elliott trying to catch Salisbury. Not gonna do it there. Ooh, Storm makes a mistake. Marirari is going to catch him on this stretch. Talking almost over Britt. Yep. That's not going to help him. I think he got a little excited there with that pass and made a bit of a mistake, but we'll have that. Jordan, what happened with you, man? You were in the pits the first race. Are you not racing this race either? Do you throw in the towel for the night? Sarantino. Oh, no. Let's take a look at Hudson. We'll check back in with him. He's already making some mistakes. Trying to get a little... make up some ground when he made a mistake, or what? What happened? Oh, yep, back tire touched the grass. A little overcorrection. When the front of your car meets a wall, nobody enjoys that. Top three still battling it out. Just waiting on somebody to make a mistake. If it was anything like the first race, that's not going to happen in the last 5 minutes. So, Ninja, if you're still tuned in, there's your boy Almeida. Portugal, I'm assuming. He does have a beautiful livery. But stupid camera angle, and they both make a mistake there. Sorry we missed that. Thought I was gonna... Game's awesome. Everyone loves it. You should join it. Buy it. If you don't have it, race in the noobs leagues. And here's Westerhoff trying to get around Knoll. Druids, again, doesn't seem like a place where people are going to make a lot of passes, but you can make up so much or lose so much time that it does end up being an area where you can get around the track. And down here to Surtees. Up the hill and back down the hill into Pilgrim's Drop. Down to Hawthorne's Hill. Into Hawthorne's Bend. Over to Derek Minter Straight. I don't know who that is. Anybody in the chat know who Derek Minter is? Over to the Westfield Bend. Dingle Dell. I'll dingle your Dell. The Sheen Curve. I've been to Sterling. This one's important. Down the clear way into Clark Curve. Up into the Brabham Straight. And that's the track. The Westerhoff close. Close to Knoll, still chasing Tonkin. I think the two of them racing is going to give him an opportunity to make up a little more ground. Hopefully everybody's tire setup is appropriate so they can make the moves they're trying to make. I know this has been a track where I've made some setup mistakes, and even when I had the opportunity to make some moves on some other drivers, didn't have the capability to really make them stick and pull it off because the setup just wasn't there. So certainly easier when it's dry than wet, but no easy feat one way or the other. Definitely too wide there, able to break enough to make that stick, but I'll let Knoll catch up. Westerhoff. Red plate. Still trying to get around. No, it's not gonna help his position. He's still in first place for his class. But bragging rights are never not a thing. So understand that. Oh, misses the braking spot there. Maybe he's trying to cut back. Get a good run in through it, but as long as he's got the inside lane and able to play some D there, not gonna give that up. The more they battle with each other, the more space they're gonna give to Tonkin up there. So maybe something they should consider. Checking back up with your top three. Still nuts to butts. All three of them. Shimsy in the wall. Let's see what happened. Yep. Put that tire out there. That's bound to happen. Mr. Jacobs currently in 21st spot. Something must be going on with Hudson. He's a top place qualifier, currently your last place driver. Also in the class above the red plates. So, assuming some damage, he's tried to battle. Not able to overcome it quite yet. So, best of luck. We'll work on that. Battle from 9th through 6th. Actually, 9th through 5th. Everybody trying to make their way around Sarantino, slowing this pack up. Playing some D. Just focus on the road ahead of you, not what's behind you. That will help. And those of you behind, same story. Don't worry about the people behind you unless you're playing some extreme D. Run your line. Put in good times. You will catch the people in front of you. A little bit of oversteer there on Noel's car. I don't know if Westerhoff's even really trying to. He's got a nice, 5.5 second gap to Apathy. I don't even know that he's trying to make any moves happen. I think maybe he's just along for the ride, enjoying things. We'll check in with Apathy, see how he's doing tonight. And then beautiful. Just reminding all those females out there that mammograms are a thing. Go get checked out. I'm sure better safe than sorry. Dropping out of 14th, Mr. Rudd. Currently just a little over half a second behind Tonkin, the other Tonkin. You got two Tonkin trucks racing tonight. Battling it out. Hoping to find out after the race. This is like a Mr. and Mrs. Tonkin, or a Mr. and Mr. Tonkin, disrespect, or a father-son duo, or brothers. Maybe they're not related. We just got real lucky and we have two Tonkins. Who knows? Red! I feel like Rudd and Kenya are on that same livery scheme almost. Checking in with your new race leader, Mr. Oh, I lied. Gossmoon's still your race leader, but Elliott is catching Salisbury. Holy. Oh, oh, oh. And we're going to have to see what's going on here. And we're going to have a little bit of a bonk with some blue flags. As we get into a big pack here, not quite ready to go 3 wide, was trying to put that up. Unfortunately, hurts him more than anyone else. Gossaboon still your leader. Elliott in second now. Salisbury chasing them. So gives up a 2.5, but I mean, could have been much, much, much worse. I'll have to apologize about that later. Storm chasing Sarantino. Oh shit, Johnson. The Marlboro car is amazing. Makes me want to go buy a pack. That's why they don't let Joe Camel exist anymore. All of our children would just be addicted to nicotine sticks. Also, tonight's race sponsored by Voodoo Ranger Fruit Force Fruit Punch IPA, New Belgium. Those of you that haven't had it, check that out. She's a delicious. Storm, you're in the wall. That's no fun. Let's watch that again. And tires in the grass equal front end in the wall. We'll have that. Ruddy Rudd. Trying to get around our Tonkin. They make their way around the long, swooping left into the uphill before Pilgrims. This is some time can be made or gained. Does not seem like that's going to work out. Oh, makes it around. What just happened? I'm laggy. Sorry, guys. Marlboro in the wall. Watch it again. Smoking kills, guys. If you drive cars, smoke. Same thing. So it's not good. It's not safe. Don't do it. Oop. Bro, oh, bonky. Bonk City. Okay, the Mari Rari hit the other Rari. There you have it. Elliott putting in your top time, 124.4. Just so you guys know, I mean, the top time in the AM League, their first race that we were just watching was a 123.6. They're almost a full second over the top times for the Pro League, which don't really understand, but you saw it. It happened. It's a thing. It's true. Not making it up. Tough acting Tanonkin, not able to get it done there. Westerhoff all the way up into 7th overall for your red plates. He's in 2nd. Currently trying to get around Apathy. They've got an insurmountable gap. Sarantino, regardless of that outcome, barring his death into a corner. Give him a ride along. See what he's capable of. Again, blind apex in that first corner. Tough. Trying to get that inside line in the braking zone. Not gonna late break it though. Avoids contact. Well done. Oh no. Those little humps on that inside will not be your friend. Alright. Apathy's going to be able to hold on to that. Right along with him as he tries to get around some, oh no. Well, that makes it extra easy to get around the back markers. No issues there. Into the old Dingle Dell. Actually putting in a solid lap with all the action around him there. Way to keep it together. Elliott and Casaboon. Casaboon's your race leader, coming up on some lap traffic. Elliott trying to make his way around him. 8 minutes left in this race. Oh no. Let's see if Almeida does he make up some time here, or is able to concede without letting Casaboon make his way too far around. Oh no. Okay, brakes. That's good. We need that. Oh no. That's what we were worried about. Take another look at that. The Helicam. Not able to brake in time. Didn't give him enough room on the outside. Maybe a combination. I think the red plate should have probably conceded that. Salisbury way back into the mix now. Not going to be able to make it up to Sarantino. Apathy currently your race leader for the red plates. Westerhoff, I was going to say, is currently in second, trying to rejoin there. So hopefully Tiffy holds on to second for their red plates. Cook currently in third for the red plates. Doesn't. Makes it around. Well, currently for your red plates, you've got Apathy in the lead, Mike Cook in second, and R. Tonkin in third. For silvers, you've got Casaboon, Salisbury, and Julian. Yeah, nice gap between everybody up front. Huge gap between 5th and 6th. Nice battle here for 10th. Let's take a look. See what kind of action happens here. Dingledell. Everybody seems to make that pretty nicely. Oh no. Mustang. The tire off, loses some time. Wide. Yeah, doesn't set himself up for that corner either. But as a back marker, he could have been given some space as well, so. Taking a look at Tonkin. Trying to make his way around Cook. This is for a spot. This would be for your second spot in the red plate division. Mr. Cook, solid as a rock. Mr. Tonkin getting a little flustered going out. Well, as soon as I said Cook was solid as a rock, he goes off track, loses some time. Tonkin making it up. Other than Hudson coming back, who's currently in last in your silver plates, trying to get around Jacobs for your overall 19th spot. The only other battle we really have going on right now is Cortez, who just went off. No longer a battle. Chasing Tonkin, Tonkin is chasing Cook. Oh man. Well done on the late break. Gets that move made. Tonkin up into the second spot for the red plates. Meanwhile, Elliott putting in your fastest lap for the pros here. The 124.4. Still way slow compared. Nope, I'm sorry. I forgot that I went backwards. I was looking at the pros versus amateurs. 124.49 for the AMs is extremely solid compared to a lot of the pro time. Breast pro time, I think it was 123.6. So to be within, 8/10 of that in the AMs is getting it done. These are all fellas that are looking to be promoted whether they like it or not. Back to having no battles. Westerhoff is our current battle, chasing Cook. This is a red plate on red plate for third position. As we come around Dell's Dingle into Sheen. This one's super important to set up this last corner. Takes that really well. It's made up quite a bit of ground here on this little. Let's see. With 2 minutes left, I think we can count on having 2 laps, depending on where the leader's at on his final lap. Check back in with Storm really quickly, currently in 8th position. Trying to spin out. Never mind. He was about to make some time up and commentator's curse. I clicked on his car and he died. Cook loses the spot. Trying now to get around Westerhoff. Not where you want to give up a spot in the final lap, but on the bright side, we're still sitting podium, Mr. Cook. Checking in with Westerhoff right in front of Cook, he's got Cook on his tail, not trying to pay any attention to that, trying to get around this silver plate. Not for a position, but possibly just to create some more space between him and Cook. Give Cook something to think about. Coming in at the final corner for these guys. Does look like Westerhoff's going to be able to make up some spaces. Well, let's. Oh, no, cuts him off. Smart by Westerhoff there. Nothing to gain or lose, as long as you keep the other guy behind you. Hudson making his way back up in the. Was in 17th, now I believe he's in 16th overall. Don't think he was going to have enough time to make up 35 seconds between him and Almeida, so he's going to be stuck there, but not in last, which is nice. Casaboon and Salisbury. Julian all finish. 1, 2, 3. We're still going to follow along here with Cook, Storm, and Westerhoff for this top 10 position here. Doesn't look like Cook's going to be able to make up any time here, but Storm is definitely charging, trying to get around him. It's not, doesn't mean anything, bonks him for no reason. No damage done. Does allow Cook to potentially make a move and spin him out though, which is less than ideal for the team. Ooh, yeah. Didn't see him come down. Maybe, I mean, didn't even really seem like late braking. Maybe just kind of Didn't carry enough speed into that corner for Storm. Potentially late break. I'm not sure. We'll see. We're bringing Casamoon, Salisbury, Julian, Apathy, Westerhoff, and R. Tonkin into the interview pits. So, anybody 1, 2, 3 that joined after, check it out. Hop on in. Hola, fellas. How's it going?
Howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Well done tonight.
Oh, thank you.
A lot of
Yeah, good racing, man.
yeah, man.
All I could say is, Salisbury, are an absolute monster in that lane.
Dude. Oh, both those races, like I kept like the last lap or two on that last race, I was trying to pass that Ferrari on the back straight. This
Yeah.
dude, like he moved in front of me. I was like, Art, no way you just did that. I hit him. I'm sure I'll get a time penalty because I hit 2 people that race. But I was like, golly, man.
We got Julian in here now too. Yeah, the 3 of you guys together. I mean, it's kind of like watching clockwork. You guys just kind of all flow together. It's mostly just waiting to see who's going to make the first mistake. So,
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations.
Luckily the first race, he was the first one to
Yeah.
make a mistake, and I just kind of
The first lap.
yeah. And then I was able to get what's his name out of the draft, and at that point I just kind of stayed steady.
I mean, were there
But,
any
you,
unexpected moments that like kind of stood out to you during the race, or?
Yeah,
Lap
I had
one,
a
turn
couple
two.
of I had
Every turn 2?
Yeah, just about.
I had a
It's an
couple of
interesting
interesting backmarker moments, but hey,
Yeah.
not everybody knows what to do, so we kind of just work around it.
I mean, that's to be expected.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think if I had a single chance to make a mistake, if I made a mistake in those first 10 laps, I was not going to win that race. There was no shot. The 2 of them were just so close behind me. I actually had to, on purpose, I was trying to back Salisbury up into Elliott so that I could worry about him defending, and then I could just run my race.
Well, Salisbury, you
Or
had that
Julian.
one moment with I'm not sure. Maybe it could have potentially been a back marker. I don't remember exactly who it was like went down with, but I saw that either you got bonked or you bonked him coming around a corner, and I thought potentially it was gonna like really ruin your race, but it didn't. You only, I mean, you lost maybe a second on the car ahead, and everything worked out. So
Yeah, that was really surprising. Like, I was getting really frustrated behind those guys. Like, same deal. Like, I know it's a learning league, so I get it.
of course,
But I was
yeah.
like, man, we're fighting for the lead for like less than a second between 3 cars. Like, I was like, move out of the way. Like, I was like screaming it behind my wheel.
Oh man, and then
Then,
yeah, there was we went around that like first corner and came around turn 2, and then everybody caught up with each other, and all of a sudden there were 2 back markers. Top 3 guys were right there. Boom, boom, boom. That bump happened, and yeah, I felt the pain. This is one of my favorite tracks. Watching you guys race made me super jealous, but seeing like the skill and like the patience that you guys possessed I was very, very, very impressed. So fantastic finish, you know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys had some great battles, you know, back and forth. There again, like it started out, and for the first 3 laps, I think the AM race minus maybe 3 drivers out of the 24 or 25 that were in, you know, the field. Everybody for the first 3 or 4 laps was within a second of each other. So my entire screen is just yellow, showing me that like, all the battles and everything. But as, you know, lap 5, 8, you know, as things progress, the top 3 never changed. So you guys are I hope you're looking forward to being promoted to a new league in the near future, because
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
definitely your future. So you guys have that coming. Um,
Yeah, I can't wait.
Mhm.
I got a little lucky in race 2, just speaking a little bit about my race. And I was able to go from, I think, P5 to P3. Um, yeah, like you were talking about earlier, brand patch is one of those tracks where consistency is key, and if you mess up just a tiny amount, someone's just going to take your spot,
oh,
and
it can,
you're almost not going to be able to catch up.
it can ruin everything. I mean, speaking of that, did you guys have any like specific preparation or like adjustment changes, anything like that made you like that you feel like contributed to today's win or
Oh,
position?
absolutely. I in preparation for not even just particularly this one, but every one of these races, I think I've put probably at least 10 hours a week into these, like just going into this race, working with a setup and working with trying to figure out what lines I can do and all that. I mean, I was on, I think every night till about 10 o'clock, past like 3 or 4 nights. I've definitely been trying to take this a little more seriously than probably most people in this. But I mean,
That's what it
the
takes,
result
man.
speaks. I have 2 races back to back. I just won, so I mean,
You put in the work,
patience
it
is
pays off.
Just
yeah,
key.
and not like just. I think Cubbage had said it in Discord earlier. It's not just random hot lapping. You go in, you run a 30-minute session each time, and then you go back and go, okay, what can I do? What did I do wrong? And I noticed a couple of times, like I think 2 hours ago, I actually made an adjustment to the tune that I was on now. So I'm like, I don't think the tires that I'm on are gonna stand.
Yeah,
So
it's not
it's
it's not
always
a practice makes perfect. It's perfect practice makes perfect, and you're talking about dedicating specific time to specific things, paying attention to what you're doing, and you're seeing the results. So you're doing something right, man. Well done.
just next time I gotta remember to turn my fan on because I'm
Same here.
actually dripping.
Yeah.
I feel your
Well,
pain, my friend.
for the AMs guys, I do really appreciate it. Thanks for joining. Good luck in the future races.
Thank you
I
for
look I
streaming,
look
man.
forward
Thank
to you
you.
guys getting promoted
Thank you
so
for having
that
us here.
we're gonna be going against each other. So lots to look forward to. But again, congratulations, Schneider. I
Oh
missed
man
I
himself.
missed the second race, obviously, so I didn't get to see if you redeemed yourself. I only got to see the disappointing first race. So I'm assuming
What do you mean? What's disappointing to you? Because I won that one.
the first race?
Yeah,
Maybe it was the second
Green
race
light.
that I saw
Green light
then.
again.
Maybe I went
yeah,
back and forth. One that you started up
yeah.
front and ended in the back.
I finished first in the first race and then second in the second race by like 2.5 tenths, I think.
Oh man, maybe I must have missed something different on my screen. Maybe the numbers are something.
You might
What?
have been looking at Caden's car because we used the same livery, so maybe that's what you were thinking of.
That's
Because he crashed
possible.
out in his second race.
Oh, maybe that is what I was looking at. Any secrets to your success? Because you are again new to me, maybe not new to the Noobs League or anything like that, but I just haven't had the opportunity to race against you in the Noobs League for the past few seasons. You seem like a dominant force, and I'm not really looking forward to it. So what's up, man? Tell me
Not
all
much,
about
man. I
yourself.
just pretty much come from F1 league racing and doing the iRacing endurance events for like on and off for the last like 5 or 6 years, and then this is the first league that I've joined for ACC. Like before this, I've just been doing like hot lap mode and
Nice.
open lobbies and getting punted off and stuff. So
Well, welcome.
just joined because one of my buddies did, and it seems to be going well so far.
Who's that?
That's Caden
Oh, nice.
in the AM. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you guys are. I mean, you're a freak, so I'm
Thanks.
very excited. The iRacing and that your experience and everything is definitely paying off. So, would you give any insight, tips, tricks, anything like that? If you, as a pro racer now, if you were an AM in the rookie league, what would be your greatest 2 cents that you could throw in the ring to make them, you know, excel and get to the next level, since that's what this league's all about.
Honestly, it's just like the biggest thing is not trying to like push on the limit all the time. You like find your consistency, and then you just build on that.
So patience and consistency.
Some guys, and I'm guilty of it too, will try to go balls out right away.
Same. Yeah.
And you just build it up, and you just drive like within yourself, I guess. And
I think anybody who is, you know, passionate and going to be good at racing is going to make those same mistakes at the beginning. You know? I think
Yeah,
you're
nice
going to be a
to-
little overconfident and overzealous here and there in this corner, and make those mistakes. And I think sometimes the better the racer, sometimes the longer it may even take for you to make that, you know, light bulb click where you go, oh shit, I should just
I'm still struggling with it
be
because this Ferrari
exactly,
is so loose
and
in
you're
the rear,
good,
and
and
I've
it's
been trying
the
to manage it forever, and I don't know if the onboard. You don't look at onboards really often, but like I'm opposite lock in a lot of corners trying to control this thing, and it's just like barely working. I'm so close to crashing all the time.
that's the
Just because I'm trying to keep up with the guys. Because if I drive like, I can keep up with most guys if I'm not like driving at 100%. But
yeah. But I think that's another good reminder that it also does take some of that aggressiveness as well. You know, patience and those things always need to be in your mind. But if you're not always kind of pushing it, you're never going to put in those high quality lap times and, you know, see those checkered flags as the first person. So you're doing well, man.
yeah, unless you're a freak, you don't get quick overnight. So it's just patience and practice.
Oh, I agree. Well, thank you guys, all of you, again. Thank everybody for racing, everybody for watching. I very much appreciate it, and I look forward to your continued success, and I'm even more looking forward to the opportunity to race against you guys. So, if anybody out there is interested in commentating, I don't feel like anybody out there would think that they couldn't do a better job than me, so we'd be happy to have you. Reach out to the Noobs League if you're interested in the racing. Check that out as well. I love everybody, and I'll see you next week for the 90-minute long ass race. Pit stops, all the fun stuff. You guys pumped? Twizzy, I don't know who this is. Twizzy, who are you? Okay, Twizzy's muted.
Good talk.
Never mind, guys. All right. Have a good night. We'll see you next week.